There can be women who are older than you, better than you on your team, but if they see that you are a young star and you're doing really well, they will do whatever they can do to sabotage your success. What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel DeMita and welcome to the Courtside Club. Today's video is going to be a bit of a rant. I don't even have my laptop open for this one. I'm not going to be showing you guys videos or reading articles. I'm just going to get some things off of my chest. I've been pretty silent over the past week or so with all the news surrounding Caitlin Clark and all of the dirty plays and hard fouls being committed on her. But I feel like it's gotten pretty absurd, and it's honestly downright embarrassing to see how the WNBA and the media coverage of the WNBA is playing out. I'm sure you guys have seen the viral clips of the dirty plays and hard fouls being committed against Caitlin Clark. We have seen players on opposing teams celebrating when Caitlin Clark gets thrown to the ground. We are seeing women just refuse to go to post-game media pressers because they don't want to talk about Caitlin Clark, or they refuse to answer any questions about Caitlin Clark. This is what the media is highlighting, because whether you guys like it or not, Caitlin Clark is the reason that a lot of these new fans are watching the WNBA. And anybody saying, oh, it's the rookie class, no, it's not. It's Caitlin Clark. I was slow to make that judgment that like, oh, every player in the WNBA is jealous of Caitlin Clark. But after seeing what we've been seeing over the past days, weeks, and months, I changed my mind about that. And at this point, I'm not even just embarrassed of the way that the WNBA is acting toward their new superstar who has opened so many doors for so many of these girls. I'm also embarrassed of just us women. What I'm now seeing transpiring on television is also something that I experienced myself. And it's something that I've actually said for years, even from my own basketball career, is women would rather lose a game and make sure that their star player that they're jealous of doesn't play well by not passing her the ball, sabotaging her. They would rather lose a game and see their star not play well than win a game and their star have a great game. I know from personal experience, the better that you get, the more hate, jealousy, pettiness will come your way. And a lot of times it comes from other women being insecure in themselves. There can be women who are older than you, better than you on your team, but if they see that you are a young star and you're doing really well, they will do whatever they can do to sabotage your success. Women will spend more time trying to sabotage someone else than lifting up themselves and making themselves a better player. And I have not only felt this in basketball, but also in the workplace. There is a reason that I'm not friends with a lot of women in the broadcasting and media space, because there's a ton of pettiness in that space as well. And I've always said that I hope when I'm 40, when I'm 50, when I've been in this industry as long as I have, I don't treat the younger girls and women coming up in this space how I was treated when I was young and up and coming in the media landscape. But when it comes back to a basketball landscape, it is something where I think it strikes a chord with me because I felt it on such a personal level. It's so disappointing to me to see that this feels like, to me, old school women's basketball, the kind of basketball that I experienced growing up, the kind of things that I experienced growing up. The better that I got, the more I was bullied. The better I got, the more I was sabotaged. That doesn't make sense. And I'm obviously like, this is a much smaller scale. I was never as good as Caitlin Clark. I did play Division I, but I would tell you guys, the biggest reason that I quit playing basketball in college is because all of these negative things that were happening to me and around my team, the toxicity within my team and my coaching staff and all of that was not worth it. I didn't love basketball enough. Like, to me, that wasn't worth it. I didn't want to play professional, so I was like, you know what? Y'all can have it. I don't need to be a part of this. I was the lowest I had ever been in college as far as just unhappiness, depression, feeling so alone in college. Like, these are things that I experienced, and so I'm seeing it happen to Caitlin, and I think that's maybe why it bothers me so much. And it also bothers me because as somebody who wants to see women's basketball succeed, it's really sad that the WNBA, with all of this hype leading into it, has turned into a reality show on Bravo, honestly. The clips that we're seeing, we're not seeing great plays happen. We're seeing all these fights now. But the media is doing what the media is going to do. All of these things are getting engagement. They're getting hype. I'm talking about it. So that's what we're highlighting. So is that what the WNBA is going to turn into? I think there's far too much talent in this league for it to turn into that. And you're also giving ammo, us women are giving ammo to men who want to hate on the league. That's all that's happening right there. So it's so frustrating in a sense, and it's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the women who are going out there doing their jobs, playing ball the right way, who just want to earn an honest living, who love basketball so much, want to get out there and play every night, and they're not contributing to this drama. It's embarrassing for Caitlin Clark, who had to sit out most of the game yesterday because she was hurt, and so was Aaliyah Boston. If Caitlin Clark gets hurt and is out for significant games, or God forbid the rest of the season, good luck creating the kind of storylines that we all like. At this point, I'm wondering if some of these girls are doing the things that they're doing against Caitlin Clark because they know that that's gonna get them some press. Like the Kardashians say, no, all press is good press, whether it's good or bad. Chennedy Carter, nobody was talking about her besides hardcore WNBA fans until she committed what she did against Caitlin Clark, and it feels like all this negativity is just fueling her. She loves it. She's like, hey, I'll do it again. Caitlin Clark doesn't offer anything but 3-pointers. Like, that's insane to say. Do we say that about Steph Curry? No. All these rookie ladders. Caitlin drops a 30 ball. Her 30 ball a few days ago is outshined by the pettiness and the drama and the fighting that's on the court. Us women need to do better. The leaders and the stars in the WNBA, aside from Caitlin Clark, the veterans, also need to speak up about this because they've been radio silent. Even there was a clip going around of media interviewing Team USA, and they're all saying, yeah, it's so great that we're getting so much publicity now for the WNBA. It's a long time coming. It should have been here long ago. Are you turning a blind eye of where the buzz is coming from? It's coming mostly from one player. Whether right or wrong, whether anybody likes it or not, it's coming from one player. We could talk about it in gymnastics. The buzz around gymnastics came from Simone Biles. Yes, there are other fantastic gymnasts on Team USA. The buzz is around Simone Biles, period. It's not controversial to say that because that's the truth of it. The buzz around golf, when golf started becoming popular, was because of Tiger Woods. He was that star that elevated golf. Yes, there were stars before him, but that is what brought everybody into golf at that one time. If you guys can, I don't know, maybe you're too young, but if you can think back and remember, that was who did it. And Caitlin Clark is there now. Instead of trying to sabotage her success, why don't I put in some more hours on the court? Why don't I put up an extra 300 shots a day? Now there's so many more eyeballs on the WNBA. Why don't I get in the gym more? Why don't I focus? Why don't I lock down? Why don't I lift a little more? Why don't I study film a little more? Why don't I make myself better? So yeah, when we play Indiana Fever, they're going to be watching her, but they're also going to be watching me go off. And when I get in that post-game presser, I'm not so insecure in myself that I can give props to somebody else, as well as being like, yeah, I gave 110% on the court, not by playing dirty, by playing my game that I worked so many hours for. What's her name? Becky Hammon, coach of the Aces, said, oh, you media need to stop talking about this jealousy and hate that we have towards Caitlin Clark. It's not true. Maybe it's not true for your team, and maybe that's why your team is successful, but it's damn true for many other girls, many other players, and many other teams in the league. And it's so blatantly obvious. Anyway, you guys, that's all I have to say about this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I truly hope that the league starts doing better, women as a society start doing better, the media starts doing better. It's going to be a long summer if all the highlights that we're seeing is body checks and hard fouls and elbows to the throat and weird stuff that's not hoops. And if that's the direction that we want to go, kind of the reality show, whatever direction of sports, so be it. But I hope it gets better. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Uyana.